Welcome back to Vlad Licks. Do you hear jazz music? Yep, that's because today we're in New Orleans, city famous for Mardi Gras, the French Quarter, delicious food, and of course iconic cocktails that you should make and try.
Let's start with the Brandy Crusta. Created in the 1850s, there are a few different ways you can make it. You need to make a long lemon peel and place it inside a glass. Choose the right glass size or your lemon peel will fall inside. Flute, Nicanora, sour or wine glass will work. If you're not keeping your glass in the freezer, chill it with ice, use lemon, or if you prefer sugar stick even better, use a simple syrup. Brim the glass with the custard sugar and don't just dip the edge of the glass, make sure that sugar is on the side too. If it looks messy, clean it up with a napkin. Place lemon inside and put it on the side for now. You can also put sugar on the lemon peel, and if you do so, place the glass in the freezer and keep it there while you're making a drink so the sugar will stick even better. In the old wooden shaker, pour 1.5 ounces of cognac, 1/4 ounces of orange liqueur, 1/4 ounce of maraschino liqueur, simple syrup, squeeze fresh lemon juice, couple dashes of Angostura, fill up the wooden shaker with ice, and bring back the lemon crusted glass and using a fine strainer, pour cocktail from the shaker. As I mentioned earlier, you can just place a lemon peel inside a glass like we normally garnish drinks, but if you decide to make it that way, push the peel inside the glass before you take a sip. You see this 10 ounces highball and thinking that we're about to make Ramos Gin Fizz? Nope, we're making a brandy milk punch that is still really popular in New Orleans. In the shaker, add 1.5 ounces of cognac. I'm sure that by the end of the video you will notice that cognac was a spirit of choice for New Orleans bartenders. 2 ounces of milk, 1/3 ounce of vanilla syrup. Fill up the shaker with ice and it's time to enjoy a shaking sound and jazz music for a few seconds. Fill up a chilled highball glass with ice and strain everything from the shaker. Use a little bit of nutmeg. When you taste it, try not to get addicted and replace your milkshakes with a brandy milk punch. Get the chilled rocks glass ready. We are making an Absinthe Frappé. My dear subscribers might remember the slushy version we made in our epic cocktail with absinthe episode, but today we are following the original recipe that was created in 1874 at Alexis Coffee House, which is known today as an old absinthe house. Make a glass of crushed ice. In the shaker, add 1.5 ounces of absinthe, 1/2 ounce of anisette liqueur. This ingredient is optional, you can find recipes without it. Next is 1/4 ounce of sugar syrup. Fill up the shaker with ice and back to jazz and shaking. Strain it in a chilled rocks glass, fill up to the top with crushed ice and garnish with a fresh mint sprig. And some recipes include 1.5 ounces of water, but since it's shaken and we're using crushed ice, it's already diluted enough. Let me know if you prefer to have a frozen or this version. This highball glass is pretty exciting, the great classic cocktail Ramos Gin Fizz, created in 1888 by Henry Charles Ramos. This cocktail, also known as Ramos Fizz or New Orleans Fizz, also can be served in the Collins glass. In the shaker, pour 2 ounces of Old Tom gin, squeeze 1/2 ounce of lime and 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 ounce of rich simple syrup, 3/4 of cream, or you can use 1/2 and 1/2. Add an egg white and do dry shake for a few seconds. We need to make this cocktail extra foamy, so open the shaker, add a little bit of ice, 1 or 2 ice cubes are enough. Now shake it pretty hard until ice is completely dissolved, which will take some time and energy. In New Orleans bar where the drink was created, they had 20 shaker boys to do, well, you guessed their job description, and still couldn't keep up with demand. When you finish this enjoyable process of shaking for a minute, pour everything from the shaker in the chilled highball glass without ice. To achieve that perfect foam head on Ramos Gin Fizz, you need to put the glass in the freezer or refrigerator for about 1 minute to make foam settled. Now make a hole in the middle with a straw and slowly pour soda water. Add 3 drops of orange water on top. This is optional, but a lot of bartenders squeeze oils from the orange peel on top of the foam. Well, some bartenders shake with ice first and then long dry shake. Some put a metal spring from hot rod strainer to make the drink fluffy quicker. Well, I would love to see how good your Ramos Gin Fizz looks, so please take me on Instagram to your best one. Yeah, did I mention that you should make it at home and try not to order from a bartender on a busy night. Next is cocktail a la Louisiane. It was created in the historic New Orleans Chinese restaurant La Louisiane, which was built in 1881. Served in a coupe glass. In the mixing glass, add 2 ounces of rye whiskey, 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth, ½ ounce of Benedictine, 3 dashes of absinthe, and 3 dashes of Peychaud bitters. Stir it with ice and strain into the chilled coupe glass. Garnish with maraschino cherry. That's it. Hurricane Cocktail. I'm going to make the original 1960s recipe used at Pat O'Brien's bar in New Orleans. This is most likely different than you used to get at the bar, which usually includes grenadine, different juices, 3 types of rum, and simple syrup. Traditionally served in the large hurricane glass. First, let's make a bunch of crushed ice. In the shaker, pour 4 ounces of overproof rum. Next is 2 ounces of passion fruit syrup. Then squeeze 2 ounces of fresh lemon juice. Now put in a shaker small amount of crushed ice and shake it. Don't strain, just pour into the hurricane glass and add more crushed ice on top. For garnish, cut a pineapple wedge, stick a cocktail cherry on the umbrella and place it inside. If you love the contemporary version of the hurricane that comes with the different rums and juices, I still would recommend trying the original version from Pat O'Brien's Tavern. Not only old cocktails became iconic in New Orleans, Bywater was created in 2008 by bartender Chris Hanna at Arnaud's French 75 bar, named for the city's Bywater neighborhood. In the mixing glass, pour 1 2/3 of Bacardi 8 years old, 3/4 of an ounce of Amaro, ½ ounce of green chartreuse liqueur, 1/6 of an ounce Falernum liqueur, 2 dashes of Peychaud bitters. Fill mixing glass with ice and stir it. I'm going to strain it in a double large glass with a large cube of ice. To everyone who wants to make large clear ice cubes at home, the best way to use True Cube's ice mold. If you're interested, I'm going to leave an Amazon link in the description. Finish it by garnishing with a cocktail cherry. By far the most popular cocktail from New Orleans is Sazerac. I already made a modern version in the series cocktails with absinthe, but today let's make the original one that was created sometimes in the 1850s. In the mixing glass, pour 1½ ounces of rye whiskey. Next is rich sugar syrup, 3 dashes of Peychaud bitters. I didn't mention it earlier, but Peychaud aromatic bitters created around 1830s by Antoine Amédée Peychaud. It is a gentian-based bitter that has an anise aroma with a hint of mint. Okay, fill up mixing glass 2/3 of ice and stir it for about 20 seconds. Before you strain the cocktail inside a glass, you need to rinse it with a tiny amount of absinthe. Previously I used atomizers, it's convenient, but I doubt that bartenders used them back in the 1850s. Remove it from the glass, strain it, and for the garnish we need only small lemon peel. Squeeze essential oils and drop it inside a glass. It's a must-try cocktail that's been featured in many movies, including in a 1973 James Bond movie Live and Let Die, also in 2008 The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, that was actually filmed here in New Orleans. Back to cocktails, and let's make my favorite cocktails on today's list. This classic cocktail is named after the mayor of New Orleans from 1820 to 1828. First we need to make a raspberry shrub. It's not hard at all, just take some time. There are a few ways to make it, but I will show you probably the easiest one. In the glass jar, put 1 cup of fresh raspberries, muddle them completely and add 1 cup of sugar. Mix everything together using a spoon, cover it and keep it in room temperature for 24 hours. On the next day, add 1 cup of vinegar and stir everything together. Using a fine strainer, pour shrub in the bottle or another jar so you can keep it in the refrigerator for up to 30 days. Now in the shaker, pour 2 ounces of cognac. Oh, that's not enough. Let's pop another bottle. Add 1 ounce of our raspberry shrub. Fill up the shaker with ice and shake it. Put fresh ice in the chilled highball glass. Strain. Now top it up with soda and lightly stir it. For a garnish, use a lime wedge. Next is Vieux carré cocktail, created in 1938 at what is now the Carousel Bar at the Monteleone Hotel. Vieux carré translates as old square. So in a mixing glass, add 3/4 of an ounce of bourbon, 3/4 of an ounce of cognac, 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth, 1/3 of an ounce of Benedictine, 2 dashes of Peychaud bitters, and 1 dash of Angostura. Stir it and strain in the chilled rocks glass with ice. For the garnish, use a lemon peel and place it inside a glass. Simple to make, but here is the disappointing truth. To make this cocktail at home, you need about $150 worth of alcohol.